Hi everyone, my name is Jun and I'm your host for Back in Time Singapore edition. And today we have a tour around Fort Canning Park. Fort Canning served as the ancestral burial ground for the Malay kings since 1940s. And when Sir Stamford Raffles came to Singapore in 1890s, he found the significance of this area and converted it into his own residence. And furthermore, the subsequent governors took this place as their own residence as well until 1930s. The history for significance of Fort Canning came in World War II when this hill was served as a military base and also the command center to take charge and give instructions and information down to the different deployments in Singapore. Hi, I'm Kok Ping, and this is the Christian cemetery. In 1822, this area became a burial ground until 1865. The entrance to the cemetery are marked by gateways designed by Captain Charles Edward, a superintending engineer. The gateways are the earliest examples of structures built in Gothic Revival style in Singapore. The southern part of the cemetery was given to the Anglican community, and the other Christians were given the northern part. Most of the graveyard and tombstone have become very old, dilapidated, and were removed in the 1970s. Over 600 people were buried here in this graveyard, and 1/3 of them were Chinese Christians.
Hi, I'm Shaz, and behind me is the gate of Fort Canning. This gate and its adjoining wall are what's left of the fort between 1859 and 1861. This fort used to be on a hill. The fort is on a hill that used to be called Government Hill, which has now been called Fort Canning Hill after Viscount Charles John Canning came, who is the Government General of the Viceroy of India. Fort Canning was one of the series of 19th century fortifications that included Fort Fullerton, Fort Palmer, Fort Taraga, and Fort Faber. To construct Fort Canning, the top of the hill was leveled to create a flat land of 7 acres.
Tucked in the hillside of Fort Canning is the Battle Box located behind me. The Battle Box is the largest underground command center of British Malayan Command headquarters during World War II. It comprises of 22 rooms linked by a corridor, and the complex is bomb-proof and it replaced its own air supply. The Battle Box was built in 1936 and it's the place where General Percival and the Allied force make discussion and make decision to end Singapore, to surrender to the invading Japanese force back in February 15, 1942.
We feel that there were two main reasons why Singapore fell to the Japanese. The first reason was the morale of the Allied forces in Singapore. Most of the soldiers were not locals and they were more concerned about their own countries. As for the second reason, the defense layout of Singapore was very poor. The Singapore defense was stretched from the northern to the southern part of Singapore. While the Japanese attacked from the northwestern part, the defense here was minimal. Once they managed to breach through, they made their way to the central part of Singapore. After fighting for a few days, General Percival decided to surrender unconditionally at Fort Canning inside the Battle Box.
Fort Canning, the once military base used by the British, Japanese, and lastly the Singapore Armed Forces, has become a massive history box with its ancient artifacts amidst lush greenery and expensive lawns. It offers a variety of arts, heritage, and natural experiences. Fort Canning Park is a tranquil oasis serving as an important green lungs for Singapore downtown city area. And lastly, I'm your host, Jun, and thank you for watching Back in Time Singapore edition.